Keniel, it's Shay with the House of Henry, and I was requested to do the controversial parenting tags. So here we go. Are you pro-life or pro-choice? I am pro-choice, and first off, I don't consider pro-choice being pro-abortion because I'm against abortions, but I'm also against people trying to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her own body. So I am all for the ability to make your own decisions, but I'm really not feeling abortions, you know what I mean? So there's no kind of in between on there, but I do strongly feel that women should be able to choose what they do with their own body. Baby wearing. I love baby wearing. Unfortunately, my baby does not. My 4-month-old hates it, and I've done it with her when since she was a teeny weeny baby, but now that she's older and has a little more mass to her, she just hates being in a carrier, and that's unfortunate because she's such a lap baby that it would be so great if I could just wear her and get the stuff that I need done at my house, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep trying at her though. I'll keep looking because she's napping right there, but I'm gonna keep trying to get her to like the carrier because that will be so much more convenient. Circumcision. I looked up some information about circumcisions and it really freaked me out, and astonishingly enough, the United States is the only country where it's normalized to circumcise. Everywhere else in the world is like not normal to cut the skin of a helpless baby. So he talked to my husband about it because hopefully our next child will be a boy. But talked to my husband about it, and he's for circumcising. So I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I definitely think it's barbaric and unnecessary. And what's the point? You know, they say, oh, you can keep it clean or something like that. Just learn how to clean yourself. You know that. There's a reason why no one else in the world does it, and the United States is the only one who does. So I just don't think it's very necessary. Adoption. Yes, I do believe in adoption. I would much rather a person have a child than immediately give that child up for adoption than to abort the child in the beginning. So definitely all for adoption. Baby piercing. Now, I don't have a problem with baby piercing, which is crazy because I just said I had a problem with cutting the skin of a helpless baby, where piercing is the same thing, right? So I had Jael's ears pierced when she was 3 months old, but crazy enough, like I never ever wear earrings, even though I have 2 holes in my ears, and I never put earrings on Jael. Really, the only time she would wear earrings is for like special occasions. Like not even most Sundays I would put earrings on her. Mostly like for when we go and take pictures or when we're going to a really special event like a wedding or something like that. But otherwise, I don't make her sleep in earrings because I find it uncomfortable to sleep in earrings. So that would mean I would have to put them in every day, and no. So I don't know. My infant is 4 months now, so well past the time when my first child had her ears pierced. And I'm asking my husband, like, should we even get her ears pierced? Because it's not like I enforce wearing earrings, but I don't know, I guess having the option to wear earrings is something. So I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out whether I want to pierce her ears, but not because I think it's barbaric, because I don't know, just because I've experienced that on several occasions, even in my adult life, and I don't think it's that painful. Breast milk or formula, and I am a huge advocate of breastfeeding. I breastfed my toddler until the age of 2, and I strongly believe in exclusively breastfeeding until the age of 6 months. Their body is just not ready for solid foods yet, especially like fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and all kind of craziness like that. Like, it's just not ready for it, you know. So I strongly believe first 6 months of life, you're getting nothing but my breast milk. And I know that's very demanding on me and my time, but that's what I'm here for. That's the choice I made to become a mother, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that sacrifice for you. My infant is 4 months now, so she's, you know, well into her first 6 months of exclusively breastfeeding. And she is very curious about food. Like, she watches us eat, like, you know, with eyes, you know, strong anticipation. But I wouldn't dare start feeding her until after 6 months. And she's quite chunky, so she's getting exactly what she needs from my milks. She is getting exactly. I did have to give Jael formula once. I had an emergency surgery where I had to have my appendix removed. I didn't have any milk stored, so the neighbor had to give her formula, and I broke my heart. So now with this baby, I always have milk stored in a freezer, because I never ever know when it, you know, if that event would ever come up again. So hopefully she will never ever have to have formula, but Jael did have formula for 2 days. Spanking, I don't believe that spanking works, because if spanking works, then all you'd have to do is spank that child one good time, bop, and that child would never ever misbehave again, or never ever, whoop, dropped the phone. That child would never ever do anything wrong again, because that spanking taught them a lesson. Well, I don't believe that's actually true. Spanking is just nothing but my impatience boiling over to physical violence, you know. So sometimes I might like take her arm and come on, you stop, you know. But even that's my just aggression and my pent up, you know, anger and impatience. That's just coming out in that form, because even when I, you know, pull on her arm real hard, I feel horrible about it, because like she's just a 2-year-old, you know, what does she know about anything? So I don't believe that spanking does anything positive reinforcements. Of course I was spanked as a child, and did I turn out horribly? No. Do I think it really helped me develop into a stronger individual? I don't believe so, but who knows? So no, I don't think it's necessary, but spare the rod, spare the child. Co-sleeping, yes, I believe in co-sleeping. I couldn't imagine my children in an entirely different room. That would freak me out to the max. My baby is in the bed with me, and my toddler is in her bed in my room with me. And when her dad's not home, she sleeps in a bed with me. So I have my 2 daughters in bed with me every single night when my husband's working his overnight shift. So it just makes me feel more at peace, you know, because I get freaked out so easily. Like, every little sound I hear, every little, you know, anything could be happening in that other room. Like, no way. I don't even see how I could even do it when they're older, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, you know, change my mind when she's 5, 6, 7, 12 years old. Yeah. But right now they're babies that they're gonna sleep with me for as long as I can stand it. Home versus public versus private versus charter schooling. Public school all day. I went to public school. I turned out great. I never experienced the private sector, so I wouldn't know. But actually the area we live in has the second best rated school system, public school system in Louisiana. So I'm very happy about that we don't have to actually pay for private schooling, but we'll get an extraordinary educational experience for the girls for free. So I'm definitely all for public schooling. I work with Jael and I will work with Lilia on at home, different lessons and different arts and crafts and stuff like that, but I don't feel that I need to actually exclusively homeschool them in order for them to get what they want. But I do believe in having some school at home also. Vaccinations, yes. They're there for a reason, so I'm all for the vaccinations. Medicating children, no. Don't you dare tell me my child has ADHD. No, that child is just a very active child. That child is just, their mind is developing and just needs to be fed and constantly needs activity and to be challenged and stuff like that. Like, that child is thirsty for more. You know what I mean? So don't medicate trying to calm them down and slow down that process. Let me go check on my chicken. Okay, I had to check on dinner. But yeah, you don't have to. I don't feel that that's even something real, because that's just an average enthusiasm behind the life of a child. You know, I don't think that's quite necessary. When it comes to sicknesses and ailments, I don't turn to medication as my first option. Even something like a fever, there's only a certain point where a fever is something that needs to be medicated, something that needs to be treated, because a fever is just your body's natural defense on fighting the infections or bacteria or whatever the case is. Fever is the body's natural response. So I'm not going to cut off that by giving them a fever reducer, so only once. I don't really know, I don't really remember the number, I guess 102 or something like that, or degrees on when it's a critical fever, but I've never had to deal with that situation as well. So if that time ever does come, which prayerfully will never, I would then give them a fever reducer. But first up, if they have a cough, if they have a sniffle, if they have, a little sore throat, I'm not going to just shove medicine down their throats, because that's just stopping your body from doing what it's designed to do. Cloth versus disposables. If y'all know my channel, y'all know I love my cloth diapers. Like, I hate purchasing disposables. It's just taking your money and pretty much taking your money and wiping your butt with it, So, and then throwing it in the trash. Not even washing it off after you wipe your butt with it, but it's throwing it in the trash after you wipe it on your butt. So, cloth diapers all day. I have been requested to go into detail about my cloth diapering routine, so I will do that. But cloth diapers versus disposable all day long. It just makes sense, if you know what I mean. Cried out method. No, don't do it. This method is where you just let the baby cry and cry and cry until they go to sleep. That's the cried out method. That's horrible. Like, I couldn't imagine if that was me, right? Crying and crying and crying, just totally hysterical, losing my mind, and no one's coming to help me. No one's checking on me. Are you okay? Are you all right? Is there anything I could do for you? No one's doing that. They're just letting it happen to me. How does that make me feel? As an adult, I would feel horrible. I would feel abandoned. I would feel neglected. I just don't want that feeling on my baby. So as a baby, you can't do anything for yourself. So you're just left there in the dark, all alone, just crying and have no clue why no one's coming to help you. That just breaks my heart. That makes me so sad for the baby. So no, I would never let them cry it out. There's no such thing as self-soothing. Like, I'm an adult and I still don't know how to comfort myself. You know what I mean? Like, I still need to be held and coddled and cuddled and I still need that in order to get through life. So a baby, I would never, ever, ever just have my baby crying. just crying. No. Alright, so that's the end of the controversial parenting tag. Please leave your comments below. This tag is meant to spark discussion. So I definitely welcome your comments, your concerns, your opinions. Definitely leave them below. I would love to have a discussion with you. And also, if you like to do the controversial parenting tag, then I tag you. Go ahead and do it because I would love to hear how you feel about these topics. And as always, thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.